going, guys? Just wrapped up the Bassmaster Elite event on the St. Lawrence River. Unfortunately, I had a tough event. Kind of digging myself a little bit of a hole, but we have 2 events left, and I just need to step it up a little bit. But I'm going to get ahead. I'm going to kind of go over what I was doing. I was making a really long run. I was running 75 plus miles one way, running to pretty much Lake Ontario. And it was right there before our cutoff. But I'm going to jump. I'm going to show you one of the key components I was doing to my Lowrance graphs. This here is a Navionics Plus chip. And I was uploading this into my graphs, and I got 2 side-by-side 12s, Lowrance HDS 12s, and the key was zooming out on one graph and having another graph that was zoomed in. The reason for that is here on 1,000 Islands, there's literally thousands of islands, and trying to navigate in and around them. And one of the things with these islands and the water level being high, there's a lot of rocks that are just barely submerged. So if you see here on this graph, whenever I have it zoomed in, I can see and identify those small little high spots and them little rocks. And on the Navionics chip, they show up as red. So here I'll zoom in and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. And each one is going to show up as a red star. So you just want to make sure you stay away from it. So it's definitely a key component to getting down there. And now I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you the tackle that I used to catch the fish I did. So the first technique I was using once I made that long run down is I was throwing a wacky worm. I was fishing around flats with isolated boulders. There was a few spawners left. And this here is a brand new bait by Berkley. It's Berkley Power Bait Max Scent. It's a 5-inch stick bait. It's called the General. Color really didn't seem to matter. The setup I was using was an Abu Garcia 6-foot 8-inch Fantasista Premier. Pairing that up with a Revo STX 30 size, 10-pound Trilene professional grade braided line, 8-pound Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. And there's a few things I was doing. One of the keys whenever I wacky rig is I always use an O-ring tool. And you'll see this here is a size 1/0 drop shot hook, and it's made by Berkley Fusion, but I always put an O-ring on it. The key thing with an O-ring and wacky rigging is you have more of the hook exposed. So if I were to just get ahead and use this wacky worm and use that hook and expose that through the bait, a big portion of the hook is actually embedded into the plastic. That's one reason. And then also you're more efficient using an O-ring. Whenever you're using an O-ring, you can actually catch a lot more fish on one bait. So if you're in an area when you're getting a lot of bites and you don't want to waste time, using an O-ring tool is definitely key when it comes to wacky rigging. Technique number 2. Along with pitching to them isolated boulders with the General, another good way to catch them fish is on a swim bait. This here is just a standard 3-inch boot tail swim bait. I have that on a 1/4 ounce head. Depending on wind, again, I'd vary the size, but a 1/4 ounce head is kind of my go-to. The setup on that is a 7-foot medium action Villain 2.0 by Abu Garcia, pairing that up with a Revo ALX 6:4-to-1 gear ratio reel, and 8 to 10 pound Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. Again, fishing them same areas, making real long casts. I was using a couple different colors. I was able to catch a 5.5 pounder on day 1 that really got me to that 18.5 pound bag. But definitely one of my favorite ways to catch them big smallmouth, and that is my technique number 2. The third technique was no stranger to smallmouth fishing. There's been more money won on a drop shot than any technique that I know. And the tournament's probably going to be won on a drop shot. But this here is my go-to. I was varying the weight. That was pretty much the only difference. The weight was ranging from 1/4 ounce all the way to 1 ounce, depending on the current and the depth I was fishing. If it was real deep, I was fishing that 1 ounce. And if I was fishing the shallow flats, pitching around them isolated boulders, I'd go down to a 1/4. But it's a 7-foot medium action for the 1 ounce, and I was using a 7-foot medium light for the smaller sizes. Putting 8-pound braid to a 6-pound fluorocarbon leader. My go-to bait, and it's been for a long time, and I used a bunch of different ones, but this here is the Berkley Gulp Fry. Another cool thing is I use a small hook. A lot of guys will use a size number 1 or even a 1/0. I use a size number 2. It's a small hook, seems to stick them a little bit better, and that's the Berkley drop shot hook. It's got an awesome barb and also has a slick coating to it. And that's my go-to for this. I caught a couple big fish on it. I was able to catch a couple of my key fish on that first day. And when it comes down to drop shot, it's hard to beat this setup.
won't stop. Where the brakes at? I give him that diddy bop. Like take that, take that, take that, take that. I'ma put in work, I'ma do that ASAP. Throw my faith in rap, but they say don't say that, huh? What I'ma turn down for? I feel like Shaq in 9-4, breaking glass in that back boat. I like Kobe in Toronto, huh? Dropping 81, yo, I dropped the 88. Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, sleeping on it, should've stayed awake, huh? Everybody make mistakes like VJs, tryna say my name, it's Minio. Say it with me, Minio. Okay, great, 2 forks high, raise the stakes, risk it all, I take the hate. This the winning team, get the Gatorade. My guy good, but he's not safe, nah. They try to shut us down and it ain't gon' slide. Only thing I fear is God and he on my side. That's the confidence I got, cause he got me. That's why I really feel like you can't stop me. That's all you got. Come on with it. That's all you got. You can't stop me. You don't got the power. Shut me down. That's not enough. I'm my biggest problem. You don't got the power. Shut me down. That's not enough. You can't stop me. You're my biggest opponent. You know me, I know you, we know it. Whenever I fail, you always been there to simply remind me I've blown it. You don't see when I'm growing. You don't see where I'm going. You only see in the moment. You know my mistakes. You never let go it. Don't cease to amaze me, and it drive me crazy, huh? Did you catch every detail that I missed in the songs I'm making? Saying you will never write a verse like Kendrick, never be the rapper I got from Hendrix. Top 10 alive, you will never be mentioned. Why aim so high, won't survive the trenches? Plus, you a Christian, Andy, they will never listen, Andy. Plus, we a pigment, Andy. You don't got skill, you a gimmick, Andy. Well, if I listen to you and everything you put in my ear, I'll be living like woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'll be paralyzed by fear, ain't that the truth? If I quit, the only way I lose. I got 2 choices when I do this: make moves or make excuses, huh? If you know who I'm talking about, then you got me. My biggest enemy is me, and even I can't stop me. They try to shut us down and it ain't gon' slide. Only thing I fear is God and he on my side. That's the confidence I got, cause he got me. That's why I really feel like you can't stop me. That's all you got. Come on with it. That's all you got. You can't stop me. You don't got the power. Shut me down. That's not enough. I'm my biggest problem. You don't got the power. Shut me down. That's not enough. You can't stop me. I said if I cannot stop me, then you'll never stop me. Oh no, can't stop. Oh no, won't stop. I said if I cannot stop me, then you'll never stop me. Oh no, can't stop. Oh no, won't stop. I said if I cannot stop me, then you'll never stop me. Oh no, can't stop. Oh no, won't stop. I said if I cannot stop me, then you'll.
In a few of the fish catches, you're going to notice I was wearing a hooded sun shirt. That's made by New Threads, and it's a key whenever you're fishing shallow and really trying to use your eyes. Another important feature is using Costa sunglasses. Very good polarized lens. So those 2 things help me fish those areas efficiently. So make sure you check out New Threads and also Costa Del Mar.